Hi there, welcome to the Obachanchatter. I'm here with you this mid morning afternoon to recap with you this Thursday, November the 14th, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season something, episode something, and the title of this one is called Revenge Best Served and Coach. I'll have the season and the series number corrected in the title. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So anyway, listen. Before I start off with this, let me just say this: Todd ain't bull. Though Todd don't be messing around, do he? Bronwyn husband. Ooh, Lord have mercy, child. He sat there the whole time with his hands folded, and is it because he has? Is that how? Is that how people talk that can buy a million and a half, a million point 1.4 $1 million necklaces? The way he talked to her, the way he speaks, period. I was surprised a few times I did see him laugh, like when they was doing the so-called newlywed, the not so newlywed game, and they asked her what's the husband's favorite position. I was like, he probably gonna get it from the table, but lo and behold, he just laughed and participated. So he's a card. He is a card. So anyway, we pick up. We still on day one from last week where Todd went to tell. We see John telling Lisa that Todd came and said if she don't cut it out, they gotta go. So Lisa tells John that this is very uncomfortable for her, so he don't want to talk in the room. He want to go outside because he don't know how thick the walls is. He don't want nobody to hear them. So she go outside on the patio and she's sitting there, she crying, and she tells her husband how uncomfortable that this is for her. For you, shit, girl, what about him? I said, man, John is weird because I told you last week. As soon as Todd would have came and said that to me, I'd been like, okay. And I went right in there and Lisa said, what you doing, honey? I'd been like, we packing. So the reason why Lisa said she don't want to lead the trip, I don't blame her because like she seems like she gonna have that, what's it, missing all the fun, the FOMO or whatever the hell you call it. I think that's what she gonna have. So she don't want to lead the trip. So while they're sitting out there on the patio, he was like, "You and Bronwyn used to be good." And she's like, "I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. Oh yeah, I know what the problem is. The problem is Whitney." And I was like, "What, Lisa? Whitney is not your problem with Bronwyn. Heather is your problem with Bronwyn." So anyway, she said Whitney always starting shit. So John suggested she talk to Bronwyn alone, and she don't take that advice. She start talking to her at the fucking table in front of everybody. Anyway, um, it's time to eat lunch. So everybody at the table, and the table is quiet as hell. I mean, it's so quiet that Lisa just finally says, let me just, she breaks the silence and she said, we didn't finish our conversation that we were having by the pool earlier. So Lisa continues, said, I was talking to Heather about her feelings and how she feels. And sometimes, it can be misunderstood because I understand how she feels. Now I'm trying to see how you feel. And Braun was just looking at her. She wasn't saying nothing, and Tara definitely wasn't saying nothing. So everybody was just wasn't saying nothing except Lisa. And then Lisa says, Heather just comes to my defense when somebody lie on me, and that's when Whitney busts out, I ain't lying on you. She said, you did lie on me. So they going back and forth with this, and then Brahman and confessional saying, God damn, I thought I was going to get an apology out of her. She said, but every time I think she about to apologize, somebody else we get reminded at the table that somebody else is mad at Lisa. So you think I'm ever going to get an apology? She said, I'm just going to be waiting for it. So anyway, then Lisa going to tell how Justin got up in her face saying, fuck, fuck, fuck. That's what she was saying. He said, I did not say that. He did not say that. And she said, oh, okay. Okay, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. But she was saying it as if he did say that shit. And she was like, you know how somebody say, I ain't say that, or I didn't say I didn't say. And you're like, you didn't say that. Okay, you didn't say that, but he didn't say that. So she said, I remember exactly everything what happened. And she said how she think it happened. So anyway, they're still fussing. So we see her husband, John, the confessional, saying, damn, if Lisa sneezed, she in trouble. If Lisa laughed, she in trouble. If Lisa breathed too hard, she in trouble. He said, so John just highlighted, listen, listen, Whitney, just ask her the question with a question mark. Did you did you lie on her? No. Then the other one, then he asked Whitney the same thing. Did Lisa lie on you? No. I know I said some mean things, but I never would tell a lie on her. So he said, "Good, done. That's the end." So Braun was like, "Damn, that's all we had to do to get rid of this fucking long, three episode argument was ask John and Bartlow, and he could just put it to the rest of us. Well, damn. So anyway, they just need to wrap that up. So anyway, I think Justin said Lisa never lied. Lisa never. So John said, yeah, Lisa never lied to nobody. And that's when Sean says, oh, Lisa didn't call you a bitch. And that was Sean talking to his Angie. He said, I listened to you have conversations with my wife and listen to the abuse that you give her on the phone. And she said, what are you talking about? And she said, why is he talking to me? Why is Sean even talking to me? I'm surprised I could even see him over the table. Well, he talking to you because you talking to anybody's husband just like how you want to, so y'all having a conversation. Why is Sean speaking to me? So it sounds like how you talk to my wife. So Lisa says, if you don't understand me and what I say, I'm sorry. Then then what's whoever married the husband, I'm missing everybody's husband name up, but whoever married the husband is, he said, is anybody, can I ask a question? And they was like, what is it? He said, does anybody around when you eat asparagus and do you smell it in your urine? And everybody said, yeah. He said, I got one more question. Anybody ready to play volleyball? So everybody go put on chains to play volleyball, and I don't know why the production did the top wives something like out of Top Gun. I didn't get it. So when they come back, they spraying all of them spraying some kind of suntan lotion or something on their husbands or sunblock or something. So then we see something that I was sad to see. We back in Salt Lake City, and Mary's going to her son's room. Hey, his son and his wife, they just laying in the bed. The whole room's a fucking mess. They just laying in the bed. They eating donuts. They like they good as hell too. And I mean, they is chowing down on them. They is high as kites. Allegedly, to me, they acting like they high. When I used to smoke weed, that's how I used to eat when I was high. So I'm just saying. Um, I put down here, room look like shit. And she said, did you clean up your room? He said he cleaned up an hour ago. She said, an hour ago, you drank out of that big ass thermos an hour ago? They was like, yeah. So she said, what are you doing today? What's your plans? And they sitting around like, we supposed to make plans? She said, listen, you gotta get up, wash your ass, brush your teeth, comb your head. You gonna go somewhere today? Well, I don't know. We ain't got that far. She need to make he need to she need to put his ass in rehab. So Mary says that her son is her life and that he the reason why she lived. And I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it sometimes because I'm a little bit. When you make something else your God, you understand what I'm saying? Like some people, they make it them cars. Some people, it's their husbands, or it's their kids, or it's their wives, or it's their jobs. When you make something else more important, kind of than you, to me, kind of than you. Like you saying that you ain't worth nothing, that the reason why you live is for your son. I love my kids, but the reason why I live is not for my children. It's not. Mm-mm. The reason why I live is for me. Yeah. Because that's the thing I think with addictions, with like I don't know what's wrong with him, but if it's addiction or something, it's something addiction or something mental. Well, to me, it's something that's no matter how bad you want something for them on a for them for their life, they gotta want it just as much or bad as you do. And when they don't, you just spinning your wheels. Like, I always talk about my son and autism and him driving. Once you start driving, to me the hardest thing about driving was well, it wasn't for me, but for most people, it's passing the test. And not so much the driving test, but the comprehension of reading the paper test, whatever, the written shit. And I probably went, and I'm talking about our DMV here, you be down there for hours. And because we don't have a real big, I mean, we got a nice sized population. It might be 200, 300,000 people might live in this city. And we only have one motor vehicle. So in the military, it's like, is a mile over in the Kentucky line. So, I mean, you go down there, you be down there. And I think I took him like 9 times just for the permit. Yeah, maybe long, maybe more than that. I don't know. I was down there so damn much. I thought I worked there, but I had to. He had to want to do it too. We met so many times because it's procedures. With him having autism, here your first test you have to take, it's got to be the computerized one, right? And then you got to fail that twice. Then after that, you can do the written one, and then you can do one where the test is actually read to you. So we had to go through a series of which test he was comfortable with, and he was comfortable with the test where it was being read to him. Yeah, and he could pick the answers himself. So anyway, it's a day after they play this volleyball game. It's time to go get dressed for the dinner party because she's throwing a cocktail party. And Brahma says she likes a cocktail party. I mean, she likes parties. She always likes a theme, and it's decorated really nice. It's like a lot of red flower, a lot of red decor, and she got a mariachi band. That was so funny. One of the mariachi players, he was so short. I swear, I think his guitar was taller than him. That shit was funny. So John asked Lisa why they getting dressed because everybody getting glammed up and stuff. If she was over lunch, and she said, yeah, she over it. But she said that she has a conversation with her husband about what Meredith said, that Sean said about Brooks and using Brooks as a pawn to get out of it, to get over her calling him gay, or I don't know, or him having sex with gay people, some shit, I don't know, some rumor. So I don't know why she talking to him about that because he don't seem to damn care. So Lisa talking to her husband Justin, and she was like, Lisa hadn't spoken to me since lunch. She said, I don't know if I can trust her, but you know what? I don't know. I just think I don't got 2 fucks to give no more. So Brahma is putting on her $1.4 million necklace. That bitch is huge, and she being real sweet to Todd, but he just act like she ain't even there. I'm just gonna say. So I just said he act like she ain't there. So anyway, it's time to come out, and um Lisa feel like she's not dressed enough for the party, but she felt like she underdressed, but Brahmin by the other people. Lisa notices that necklace, and so does Angie, because Angie can't stop looking at it. And she's like, "Oh my God, is that it?" And then Angie's like, and Lisa's like, "Oh, so is that the necklace? Oh, I love it, I love it." And she said, Brahma said, "Yeah, her eyes are drawn to my necklace, but I want her to be drawn to an apology." So Brahman is introducing people, and I think his name is Charles. She said, should I introduce you as Todd's lawyer?" And she says, so he says, "No, I'm his friend." So she introduces the friend to Lisa and said, "He's got about as many lawyers as you have. So if you need a lawyer tonight, I think he's going to be working." I don't know why she said it was smart. He has multiple lawyers too, just like you, Lisa. So Todd, I guess he forgot he got a mic on, so he talking to his friends. And I guess when Lisa and John walk out, They might ask. He might have told them that that's a couple that she don't get along with, or a lady or whatever. But he said, yeah, they own a tequila company. It's mediocre. I was like, damn. So they're gonna hear that when they, because I'm sure they're gonna play that at the what you call that, at the reunion. So Ron was trying to gather everybody, so she asked her. He said, "Hey," or whatever, "Hey," and she was like, "Okay, that's how we do it." So they all sit at the table, and Meredith and not Meredith, but Angie and I think it's Whitney started laughing because of what Meredith's husband is wearing. He wearing some old bullshit. You could tell he wasn't coming to stay. That was his outfit to wear to the party. You know, he knew he was supposed to leave when he got there, but he got scared, so I don't think he wound up leaving. I think he didn't go to Ohio. I think he kept his ass there and he ran out of clothes to wear. So anyway, they was laughing at what he was wearing because it's a Mark's Meredith hat or some shit. She got some kind of Meredith some company hat or some shit. So anyway, while they're sitting at the table, why the hell is Todd sitting there like this? Like he look mad as hell, just sitting, ain't saying nothing. Got a little frown on his face, but it gets worse. So anyway, Angie's still Googling, goggling, and oogling her necklace around her neck. She's like, oh my God, you're going to have to go a whole bunch of BJs. She said, well, luckily for me, I ain't going to have to do none of that because London is far away. And you know what? That's probably why your relationship work like it do. Is like it is. Not tense, but you probably have last 10 years because he ain't home. He stay gone because he is something else. So anyway, when she starts, they starting to eat, and she says, "Well, she don't want to bore everybody about all the wonderful things about him." And she said, "Well, no, I don't want to bore anybody. It ain't that many things. It's just a couple." So she said, "If it's just a few things," so he pulls out his black card. She said, "If he pulls out his black card, and be tickled to death." But he pulled it out, and he sure got one. And you know what I notice about people that have money? To me, I don't know. I don't have none, but when I observe other people who think they got money in the group, when it's somebody who got the most money in the group, when that person is kind of boisterous, like how Todd is, look at how them other men ain't saying shit. Look how all the other them. It's almost like they been more they humbled. I don't know what it is, but they don't say shit. So anyway, she said she ain't gotta do all that shit for no necklace, and she ain't gonna do it. And she says all the great things that he is to her and how he changed her life and shit. And he don't say nothing about her. So anyway, they start playing. It's the dinner's over. It's time to start playing this newlywed game. And Angie has brought dry whiteboards with dry erase markers for people to play. And she apologized to the other guests because she didn't know other guests was going to be there. So anyway, she asked a couple of questions, and they say who the person first in the relationship between the couples, who was the first to say they apologized. And I could not believe that it's Lisa and her relationship first, and she apologizes first. I was like, what? So Lisa asked just when they asked Lisa, if she still think Justin owes her an apology, and she said, "Yeah, and you do because it was a lie." And they started that shit again. Brian was like, "What? Okay, fuck it, I did it. I told a lie. I said it. I was the one who turned everybody on to Prism and Alibaba." Cause she said she tired of. She might take her husband's phone and come up with a tweet and tell a lie. She's so sick of hearing about this. Anyway, both of them wanted to apologize to Whitney and Lisa and all that. And then Lisa said, "We don't do that. We never bring the husbands into it." And they was like, so everybody agreed that that's what was going on. They was never going to do that. So Whitney says Meredith Lisa will never claim that she did that shit. She said that put that Alibaba shit on my prison, on my jewelry company, but so I'm just gonna let it be. It's over with. Because she said Lisa just will never claim. So anyway, Meredith get to talking to Sean about Brooks, about how she heard him on the podcast and he said something and he said I ain't say that, and she said, well, he said, listen, last time I talked to you, we was at my house And when I walked away, I was feeling good about it. She said, but I wasn't though. And he was like, what do you want me to apologize to you for? And he was like, she said something. He said, listen, she said, didn't you so and so? He said, didn't I tell you twice? Didn't I already tell you twice that I ain't say nothing about your kid? And if I said something about your kid, I ain't mean it. And if you should have not took just that out of context, you should have took all of it. So Whitney but in and she was like, where's the proof? Where's the proof? I mean, where's your receipts? Where's your receipts, timelines, screenshots, and all that type of shit. So Mary's like, I don't show it to you later. We'll get it later. And then Whitney's like, nah, bring it out now. You talking it, talk now. So I guess while they was talking, I don't guess Sean was over there. Maybe he already had to save. He said he read the article, right? Because while Sean and Meredith going at it, Angie ain't saying shit. She just watching. She just listening. And what I noticed too, whenever Sean started talking, Angie don't say shit. She keep her mouth shut. She let him talk. So, he read the thing and then he say big eyes. And then you got Whitney on the other side of the table. Did you just call me a bitch? I have to zip up my energy now. It's gonna take all of me to keep from jumping over the table on his ass or some shit she said. So anyway, um, he ain't like that. So she called me a bitch, and he was like, "So Angel said you just taking that. It's clickbait. You just taking it out of context." Anyway, Sean was like, you know, he said, "I never used your kid to say nothing about you. I told you that twice." He said, "You victimized yourself as usual." So I said, "Sean, just say sorry." So he just said, okay. He was like, listen, if there was, and I didn't mean to. And he said, as far as I'm concerned, we all can be cool again, but we're gonna leave that up to y'all, meaning the couples, what they're gonna do or what they ain't gonna do. So, Angie says, um, well, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Gwen getting to know her grandparents. And then Todd said, "No, that ain't nothing we gonna talk about here at my table. There ain't nothing to talk about." He said, "No, there's nothing to discuss. It's never going to happen. That's done. It's done." So, what's her name? Braun was trying to clean it up when Lisa didn't know that she was stepping in the minefield. There ain't no minefield because there ain't no field. I mean, Todd is over there going to fuck off. So he said, so in the confessional, it's a personal issue, and I support Brahman and Gwen. And frankly, Lisa ain't had no business opening up her mouth about it. He was talking mad shit. There ain't nobody business, and especially ain't none of Lisa business neither. I was like, damn. So anyway, that's the end of that night. So, but we hear Brahman say that Todd has you can't really push him, but so far, and once he get to that line, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And the line can't be that far away because your ass be on like 8 already. You can go from smiling to be on like 8.5 when you talk about that energy. So she was like, she thought the girls was gonna embarrass her in front of Todd, but nope, he embarrassed her. And she said that's it's the issue about how they deal with conflict in their marriage. Girl, you don't deal with conflict. You put your damn head down, let this motherfucker just have his way. He say stop. He means stop. That shit was crazy. So anyway, they finally there to the racetrack. And sidebar, last week she said that this track going racing is real important to them because one of their first dates they went on. And it said, I think when she mentioned the first day, her very first time that she went, he had arranged for her to ride with Mario Andretti. I guess her husband must be real big in the race because this driver that they meeting today, he was fine as hell. They was like, "You married?" He was like, the lady said, "Tell him show him your abs," and they was like, "What?" And he was fine as hell. But they was asking, they said for Heather, but he said he was married and he got just had a little boy, but he was fine. So anyway, they had to pull some strings, and you know they had to pull strings because don't nobody go to the pits. They was in the pits. Now unless you a mechanic, a VIP, or owner or driver. Yeah, don't you no regular ass people in the pits. So you used to know they had the little liners on, I guess. And so, they go down there and they meet the drivers in the race. And Lisa and Browman tell Lisa she want to talk. So they doing the VIP. They got that box thing, their own little shit, and they got food, and they're just all over the place. And you see Meredith sitting in Seth's lap. I don't know why, but even he's saying, "What I do to deserve this?" I don't know. I be skeptical too, Seth. And then you got Lisa. She's just taking multiple selfies of herself. And Brian was saying, "Can I talk to you?" So they come. She said, "Can you come to my office so we can talk?" So they talk. And she tell them she don't want to talk to her around everybody when they get back to home. When they get home to Salt Lake City, that they want to have lunch and they're gonna talk to each other. So he said, "Cool." So they watch the races, and after that, it's time to go home. Now, this going home shit is ridiculous. Lisa pissed me off so bad that the flight is probably under an hour and a half. I mean, let's say the total trip is 2 hours from LA, from Palm Beach to Salt Lake City. So, bro, it is somebody. And first class only had, it's a small plane. First class only had 4 seats. The rest of that shit was coach or some shit. So Lisa on 17. So she like 17. I had 17 coaches. I was in college. I don't ride in coach. Who wants to be the last getting off the plane? Who the fuck cares? As long as you get off that bitch and they land. Sean, see what you can do. John, see what you can do. Call and see if you. So she trying to get. First of all, I'll be like, bitch, we got a plane and we riding on that. He need to put his foot down with her. He run around this motherfucker like he the airline reservation person, making all calling. No, no, no comfortable. This one, no in the business class. And she's like, oh god. I'm like, and so she was like, we can be delayed going home. And she said, but you don't want to, do you? He was like, no, I want to go home. I want to see Henry. And to her, and that's why I'm saying, you ain't seen your son in 3 days, and your bitch ass don't want to sit and coach for an hour tops. But you going to see your son, you rather be delayed because you care about what shit look like. First class coach business, why do you care? Because you know what, when the plane fall, first class fall with that motherfucker too. So what's the big ass deal? And I and that's what Sean said. Say, see, that's what Angie means. She said you be bullshitting on that mother shit. I mean, it's not like something wrong with Henry. Why something gotta be wrong with him for you to want to go home and see him? And then it's like, I mean, I don't, and then she bitching. So it's time to go. So anyway, Brahma say, you know what? And I don't blame you, Brahma. Bitch, fuck you. I brought you all the way up here. I got you a gift. I got your husband a gift. You flown on a private plane. You got a beautiful house with horses, a volleyball, trampoline, fucking swimming pool, jacuzzi, pool table, racquetball. What the fuck? Food, a chef, you had a party, bitch. You went to the damn you. I just took you to meet fucking race drivers that you would never even have met or known. And what? You bitching because you got a ride, coach. She said, "Girl, you will not die. I'm getting in my first class with my. I'm getting on my first class trip with my husband." So anyway, she still was bitching. She said, "Well, at least we can just go." I guess she just want to fly to L.A. and then from L.A. to Salt Lake City, she want to fly home in first class. I don't know. She's just too much damn work for me. She must have some awesome between the legs because ain't nobody putting up with her. And I was wondering how John feel, when nobody don't like your wife. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Is he that blinded by her? Mm-mm-mm. And it just gets worse because Meredith already couldn't tell there was some tension between Todd and Bronwyn. She detected some tension there. And I think this next episode, these motherfuckers gonna be talking about them bad. Talking about Brahma and her husband, their relationship bad. And then I really love this because a little bit that she did say, she put cap on that shit. She was like, "Oh y'all talking about that shit y'all saw on the weekend? That shit ain't nothing, girl. You should know the real stories I've been through with him." Now, like, yeah, she was like, "That is not nothing what y'all saw." So you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me, and I'm glad that you were. I got a couple more recaps I got to put out, and so I'm gonna take care of that. I got to go out of town for a couple of days, but I'll be back on Monday. It's some family stuff, so I'll be around. I won't be far. Hopefully, I get some rest. I have to go. Well, it's a friends, cousins Thanksgiving with all the first cousins, my first cousins, and from where I'm born and raised in Baltimore. We all meeting up. We rented a clubhouse, and you know, tomorrow is the gathering. We all get together and gonna eat. I think we're gonna have like seafood night. We all, we're from Baltimore. We like the fucking blue crab, so crabs. Then Saturday is the actual event where it's all the cousins at this clubhouse and DJ and food and blah blah blah. And then Sunday we all are going to go see Anthony Hamilton. We so old. I want to go see me some rap music, but I like Anthony Hamilton. That's what we're gonna do Sunday. And then Monday morning, I'll be back in Tennessee, and I will immediately have to get on the treatment because I'm not gonna do it while I'm gone. I'm gonna try to get one in before I leave. So anyway, there ain't nothing y'all trying to hear about. So listen, could have been anywhere, but you was here with me. So let me get out of here, and I want to thank you for being here, and thank you to my new subscribers. I got a couple of y'all. Thank you. And we just building, but we building slow. Just hanging there with us. We're family. Bye now.